Trigger warnings for mentions or depictions of sexual violence, necrophilia, pedophilia / map or lolly show, Nazism, suicide, self-harm, and alleged grooming. Viewer discretion is advised. Yo, I'm Kid Vampire or Apple Ghoul, but you can call me Cuds, and I'm back again discussing the comments left in my comment section. I found out a lot more information based off of the comments in my section. Like, some people were mentioning videos that I haven't watched yet, were giving me insight as to certain people's pronouns, because apparently I was misgendering somebody the whole time. It was Junie. I had no idea they went by he him pronouns. I don't know if I referred to them as a she during my last video, but I will correct myself and use he him pronouns to describe Junie. But yeah, so I'm just gonna dive right into that. I have taken the batteries out of my smoke detector, y'all. Hopefully you shouldn't hear it. Let me know if you hear it in the comments, because I'm kind of deaf to it now. But I did take them out. Because I do not have a battery for it for the moment. So until I buy a battery for it, it's just not gonna have a battery in it. But that's not the point. So let me go ahead and just throw up the screenshots as I'm talking about these things. But so one thing I was very happy to see was that people were also criticizing me in the comment section. A lot of people were telling me that I shouldn't have put the uncensored screenshots of some of the things that Junie and Yumi were drawing in the intro and in the thumbnail, which I somewhat agree with. From now on, I'm just going to censor it because it appears like the community is not okay with me not censoring it, but I do feel like it personally takes away from the severity of the screenshot by censoring it. But I totally get the perspective of the community, so I'm going to censor it from here on out. I saw a couple of criticisms about, like, I'm sorry if you can hear me cracking my knuckles, about me not putting some of the screenshots for some of my claims, and it was because I linked everything in the description. I had to link the Google Doc in a comment that I left. I can't pin it because I have to be like verified for that, but I did link it in the comment section of my previous video. But I'm gonna try to put screenshots up from here on out. I didn't put all of them just because I was like, dude, I really don't think it's like necessary. Most of these people have already reviewed this situation, and are looking for somebody who shares their perspective on it. But I do understand how it can be confusing for somebody who's just learning about the situation, who's watching my video about it. So I am gonna put proper screenshots from here on out. Now on to, like the meat of the situation. I was informed by a comment that I put on screen earlier that the map artwork was in another person's video. I did not see it in Bree's video. If it was put on screen, I did not see it. I missed it. And I didn't see it in the Google Doc. So I'm going to throw that on screen right now. But when I tell you, I was almost contemplating whether or not this was a myth, because, like, where was it? You know what I mean? But I found it thanks to this person's comment. And yeah, it's disgusting. But honestly, I didn't really doubt that it existed like that. I just was like, yo, where is it? Because they made Map Jimbo artwork, which was actually outrageous. I threw that on screen in the previous video. That was actually the screenshot that most people were telling me to censor because it was blatant pornography. But yeah, that's outrageous. That's crazy. Something somebody else told me about as well was that Bree had blatantly said that they will still be being friends with Junie and Yumi. I did not catch this in their comment that they left on their own video. I also can't find the comment that told me this, but I'm gonna throw the screenshot of that on screen and I will read it out loud because I just thought this was absolutely outrageous. And the fact that she's still willing to be friends with these people after all of the shit that they've done, not to mention the fact that they've been like high key outright lying to their audience to make people feel bad for them. Like, oh my word, as a support system, she wants to stay friends with them so she can be their support system. Are we fucking serious? What in the savior complex is going on? Because I am absolutely baffled by the fact that this is a genuine consideration from Brie. Like, she full on believes that this is a good decision to make. What the actual fuck? Let me go ahead and read this aloud. For those who are mad that I'm not leaving my friends, me being a support system is not enabling them or playing therapist. If that's your idea of a support system, we have very different views on the term. Being a support system for me means that I'm encouraging their improvement, criticizing them, and giving them advice/resources. You do not know what goes on behind the scenes, so stop making theories. I don't want them to be isolated from friends who encourage recovery, and I wouldn't want that for anyone as much as people would like to claim that this is false. Again, if they show this behavior continues, I will cut contact. Okay. So we're staying in contact, though. That's the problem. Also, how do we know that that's true? You know what I mean? How do we know that that's actually what you're staying for? Also, what's your idea of improvement? You know what I mean? Your idea of improvement might not be, like what we need from them as people. You know what I mean? Like, your idea of recovery might be them staying on the internet and just talking to you behind the scenes, when in reality, their recovery should involve them completely abandoning their YouTube channels. I'm sorry, as outrageous as that sounds, they need to leave. They should not be on YouTube still. Because clearly, in multiple screenshots, in my previous video in the doc, there were so many times and instances of them just like letting this shit go to their head in the document. I don't know if you can hear my dog barking downstairs. I'm sorry. But like, there's so many cases of them just being pieces of shit and using like letting their audience go to their head, that it's like, are we sure that we really want these people still producing content? Like, they're shoveling out shit like hypocritical think pieces and like hours worth of videos of them criticizing people just like them. How do we not see that this is like just some of the most manipulative shit ever? Like, I also think it's completely outrageous that Brie just lets Junie completely like indulge in the fact that they think they're groomed. Like, I saw multiple comments on my video too that like really just made me feel so validated, because everybody in the comment section, well, not everybody, but like a bunch of people were saying, hey, this is just peer pressure. This isn't grooming. Like, how do we not realize that this kid had the opportunity to walk away at any given chance? You're not 4. You're not, like, oh my God. Like, I just don't understand how people were, like, with full confidence in my comment section telling me that I was victim blaming and that Junie was a victim. I'm sorry, no the fuck they were not. They sat there and willingly produced that content, willingly indulged in what their friends were handing them. And I just think it's truly outrageous that there is as many people as there are defending this person. They're all the same age. They're all the same age, for one. There's really no power dynamic here. They both have YouTube channels with rather large audiences. Like, they're like, again, one more time, there is no power dynamic here to speak of. For fuck's sake, I just think, like, y'all need to, like, really take into consideration, hey, wait, these people are humans and they have brains. It's actually not that difficult to hit the block button. Wow. That's good to know. Like, I don't understand how this was such a big debate. Like, no, they weren't groomed. Yes, they were peer pressured. Yes, they caved in. And yes, they willingly participated in the actions handed to them. Like, it's as simple as that. As simple as that. I refuse to refer to what happened as a case of grooming because it wasn't. And any comment that I see about that will be ignored at this point because I'm not changing my view on it because I don't think I'm wrong about that. Like, it's just, like, yes, I'm doubling down. Like, I just don't understand how so many people, one more time, can just sit there and be like, yeah, absolutely. You definitely were groomed, and this is not your fault at all. Hello? And I mentioned this in my last video, but I truly don't understand how we can go ahead and give Junie the pass, but not give every other commentary kid or YouTube kid, animation meme kid who has actually been groomed that pass. Because when I tell you, fucking Phantom Graffiti got dogged on, fucking so many people got dogged on and hadn't even done anything as well, but the moment that there's actual evidence and proof of one of these kids doing something wrong, we refuse to hold them accountable? Are we fucking serious right now? I mentioned this in my last video again. Sashley got more feedback back when she was younger than any of these other people did. When now, like, that's crazy to me. And mind you, Sashley was just some kid making animations on YouTube. Like, my word. Let me just take a minute to breathe because I just got so heated. So, one final thing that I do want to talk about is Junie's Discord server. According to somebody in my comment section, they have rules against NSFW and like kinks and fetish content and stuff like that, where you can't post things like that in the server, but allegedly they do post that type of content anyway, which is astonishing because it's like, you're a public figure now, you do need to manage your communities with some type of seriousness. It's one thing to have sexual conversations with your friends behind closed doors who are also your age, but it is a whole other thing to have a Discord server full of minors and have your rules be against NSFW and still allow it in the server. Like, that is some hypocritical ass bullshit. And, well, honestly, I'm not really surprised though, because let's be so dead ass, like, almost everything that Junie and Yumi do is some type of hypocritical bullshit. I also feel like I haven't really been dogging on Brie as much in comparison, but Brie is her own breed, bro. Like, she's a whole other topic, gang. Yeah, I'm like running so low on energy just because this whole situation has been entirely unnecessary. Like, all you have to do is just, I don't know, not draw map porn and not draw necrophilia artwork. It is not that difficult. Oh my goodness. But yeah, thank you guys so much for sitting through this video. We still have a couple minutes left, so I'm just gonna talk about the artwork at this point. This artwork is a trade I did with another person. This is not my character. I did not create her. But she was really fun to draw, and I got a character design in exchange for it on Toy House. By the way, if you guys are interested, my commissions are open, and I would love to make Christmas happen for my dog and my family in general. So if you do want to commission me, My toy house will be linked in a comment below, and I'll also link the video that I used in the description. Any additional information or like additional links are going to be in comments because I have to be verified to post them in the description. So there's that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.